look so defeated. Yeah, we're live.
Yay.
We're live. What's up?
What's up, Lord Sam?
What's Sebastian? What's up? Insanity Compromise. Nice. Got Holm here.
Who's that guy?
It says Scasser. Oh no, I outed him.
Don't tell him.
Oh, the worst kept secret. Spoilers.
He's our spy. In amongst us.
Insanity Compromise missed you. Little Jammer.
I've only been gone a week.
Captain Habu.
But I missed you guys
and
too.
Cat is here to tell us if something is.
Oh no! If it's not.
This is not post-apocalyptic. This is just apocalyptic. Actually, this is pre-apocalyptic. You know what? I think this is post-apocalyptic. That's gonna be Cat for the whole stream. Good times. High tech.
Did we get an entry from Cat?
Stream is mirrored. You're mirrored. What?
Did we get an entry from Cat this week?
I think yeah. Look at that. There.
Oh.
The Fuelmonger.
So they really are going to be going full force with the disqualify everything tactic.
For sure. If he wants to win, he's got to disqualify every other entry. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the stream name. There's so much stuff to remember.
It's always something, Emil.
It's always something, right? Pretty sure this isn't the creature stream. You got me. Post.
You could have post-apocalyptic creatures, right?
Stream. Update. Boom. I don't know if it probably doesn't update until you refresh on Twitch or whatever, but now it's updated.
That doesn't sound very appealing, to be honest. Like, hey guys.
Cat is just gonna disqualify everything, even his own creation, so no winner this week, obviously. How much staff you got in office? It's just me and Jamie.
Today is a quiet day, right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's a holiday this week in Denmark.
Yeah, not for us though.
A lot of people have taken the day off today.
It's a post-apocalyptic
We're
capitalism where we're too dedicated.
Too passionate.
We work 100-hour weeks just to serve you up some delicious Trailmakers content.
Oh man, they can see the boxes apparently.
They can see the leanings out of boxes. We've been cleaning today. It's a good occasion for that. Let's do this.
It's a big pile of boxes, right?
If no one wins, everyone wins. No, if no one wins, no one wins. That's that's just it. We got a lot of entries this week, though. I'm just 34. I'm counting 34 items. That includes a couple of dubious post-apocalyptic.
The shark is the shark is incredibly dubious.
The shark with a fancy hat and the crab and the pumpkin, probably not. So that's 31.
But it was one entry per person, right?
It was. People kept it. I mean. We better get started, Jamie, because there's a lot of entries to go through.
Queening for the new patch, I guess.
Cheers out there.
That's true. We are queening for the new patch.
You could say that. Garbage collection. Get it?
Hightower 87 went to bed at 7.
What? 7 in the evening? That's way earlier than I did.
I'd already been awake for an hour at that point.
Oh.
So sad.
When's the Jamie update coming out, though?
What is the Jamie update?
It's when...
Is it a model of me in the game?
No, it's like when you are updated. When do we update you? Jamie 2.0.
I get updated in
Faster,
November.
Bug-free, optimized.
I get updated in November.
Better
so
graphics.
Version,
am I right, guys? Better graphics.
Very harsh.
Yeah, making programmer jokes.
Yeah, in a wine glass.
Yeah. How do you make sure that you're viewing live? We're using Restreamio to restream it on Twitch and Steam and Facebook and Mixer. So I think it's I don't think it matters which place you stream it from, but you can try on Mixer and see if that's what they advertise, right? That they are faster. So you can watch it on Mixer and then chat on Twitch if you're into that. I don't know. I mean, post-apocalyptic.
This is just a reskinned entry from last week, right?
Is it? No, because there was no shark last week.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't have time to finish it, so he was like,
oh, whatever. I'll just
stick some things on his head. Yeah.
And what's post-apocalyptic about a high hat? I think that's it's very fancy, but I think it's the first disqualified of the day. I mean, yeah, he's a fancy boy, but nah. No, bro. And he also submitted this with the hashtag wheelie challenge. And first of all, that's a one entry limit, whatever. But okay, it's a crab. It has a monocle.
I do like the animated mouth. That's pretty cool.
It shoots. The animated mouth and a cigar. And a little pincer.
I think this could count for the
What do you guys think? What do you think, Chad? Is this post-apocalyptic? This crab will fight me. Maybe if it had a knife taped to its claw, then it would be post-apocalyptic. Because the crab I gotta run myself.
Hey, Paprika. Soul Reaper.
Lots of someone in the mixer chat making mistakes.
He also wrote the message in both.
Nice. Is the game too loud? Because Jamie has a tendency to put his sound effects way up high. He didn't this week though. Okay, so turn down game sound. So let's try this, and you tell me. Maybe the crab was just being noisy. We'll see.
Noisy crabs, they're the worst. Right?
Sure are. There's a shampoo for that. Come on now. Okay, let's get to it. We're gonna take them in this order because then it's alphabetical. The first one is from 0D Gamer. This one is a vehicle he calls the Destroyer. And yes,
it looks like a destroyer.
It looks post-apocalyptic. I've apparently gone into the passenger seat, which only controls the turrets. Over here, you got the driver's seat. So W turns on the lights.
Blind your opponent.
Of course, makes sense. And you can still control the turrets. Oh, they actually toggle. So,
wow,
that turned out well. I mean, you won't last long in the post-apocalypse if you shoot yourself with a cannon. Take it from me. Looks good though.
Good fun to use in dethroned, right?
I think so. I actually need something. We test a lot of dethroned these days. Chat.
Why would we do that?
Why would we do that?
Why would we test it?
We we test our own limits for how much we can take, and then we also test a lot of multiplayer, and it's good. It's a good place to test multiplayer. And I could really use something to kill Fleshball Hum because he's way too good at dethroned. Maybe this will do it. This was 0D Gamers, the Destroyer. I mean, if you don't start reading up aloud from chat when you laugh, I am gonna fire you and get Fleshball Hum down here.
Oh man, that's harsh.
He's gonna be Jamie the Fourth.
Hugo says wins the row. Because you know we have a bug right now on when you play dethroned where the text is cut off. So instead of it saying win 3 rounds or keep hold of the crown to win the round, it's cut off, so it just says win the row.
Win the row?
It's great.
Gotta win that row.
We might fix that maybe.
No.
No?
Sounds fine.
We're gonna keep it?
Yeah. I mean... Oops. So, Jamie, when you think post-apocalypse, what do you think? What's your favorite, post-apocalypse pop culture universes?
The Road. You've seen the film?
Road?
The Road? You've seen that? It's depressing as hell, but it's it's good. The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I love the universe in The Last of Us.
Sure,
I think
sure.
it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout.
Good.
Great universe.
Good. I think a lot of people were inspired by Mad Max this week.
Yeah, I get a Mad Max vibe from this.
This one is explicitly states in the upload text that it's a Mad Max vehicle. Audioga made this, and it's the fuel truck from Mad Max, right?
Cat thinks Shaun of the Dead is the best apocalypse movie.
It's not bad, right? It's pretty fun. Okay, it can do this. And space for I don't know, nothing. And then backslash, I don't know. This is it, right? This is audio good? Audio is not.
I haven't seen it.
No. But I think it looks good. I like the use of colors. Still muted post-apocalypse colors because There's no colors in the post-apocalypse. They all went away in the apocalypse. That's what they came for first. You know, first they came for the colors, and then for all the people, I guess. But colors first.
That could be interpreted so wrong.
I didn't say colors, Jamie. I said colors. Jeez.
Cat asks if it can blow itself up.
This one does not.
That's not an actual gun.
Actually, no, this is not a gun. It's just. This one cannot blow itself up. And it can probably not even do the ramp. Stunts! Wow. Exciting. Very complex. How much is it? 512? It's heading there. I think a lot of the interest this week are nearing the complexity limits. We don't mind.
Hey Zero D Gamer, we have shown yours. Yours
that was
the
the
first one we showed,
one.
so you must have just missed it.
Oh yeah. Rewind.
Yeah. Actually, that's a board.
Bing J made a Dieselpunk plane. What's Dieselpunk?
It's like steampunk, but instead of steam, you use diesel. I guess. I've never heard of.
But we already used diesel. I mean, what's different from now?
I've never heard of Dieselpunk before. That's a new.
Oh,
a new
look
name.
at that!
Maybe it's just the name of it.
Actually, it flies. Flies pretty well. See those though?
It does fly pretty well.
There's a P4.
It's one of the only plane engines, I think. Right?
It doesn't even need those.
We got a lot of cars and trucks.
Maybe it's even actually the only one. It might be. Come on!
Dieselpunk, apparently Dieselpunk is a futuristic design using fuel-based machine.
Okay, someone went on the wiki. Good for you.
Well, it's the guy who made it. It's Bing.
Oh, okay, so. okay. Well, yeah, I mean, cool.
You learn something every day.
Yeah. In a future where all we have is diesel, just like now, but...
Hightower wants you to try and land on water.
Oh, because it had hovers on it, of course. Well, as you heard earlier, we have a lot of entries to go through. You know where you can get the blueprints. It's on discord.gg/trailmakers. We won't have time to play too much with all of these. Only show off the bare bones. I'm sorry if you've spent 5 hours building it and I show it off for 30 seconds and don't really get the magic of it, but it's kind of the condition when showing it off in such a short time.
Show each entry for like 30 minutes a piece. We can work overtime and do that, right?
We could easily just marathon stream it out. This is Blazer, who made something. He doesn't have a name for it, so I just called it Post-Apocalyptic.
I like this. It looks good.
It does. Of course, there's a few stables for when you're building something post-apocalyptic in Trailmakers.
One of which is skulls.
One of which is skulls. You gotta have the skulls on it. No skulls? It just doesn't really work. Hover pads. Maybe mostly for decorative purposes, I guess. Possibly.
They might also be keeping the balance track.
Looks good. Not bad. Next up.
Hightower thinks we could also improve each entry with our own ideas. That would just take way too
man.
long. And also maybe be kind of offensive.
And maybe
to the original.
We could do that. Then we'd just show 3 entries every week.
Yeah.
If that works for you, then let us know. Chet's made a wasteland prison transport. This is a prison transport. Where are the prisoners?
In here, I guess.
In oh yeah. Of course. Big engines. I like lots of little cool details on this one. I'm obviously in the wrong seat because I can't do anything in it. Am I the prisoner? Maybe it's only meant to shoot.
Always gotta move, right?
There it is. I found the right one by a stroke of luck. It can shoot. It can. I press 1. Maybe it's. Okay. Yeah. Lights. Looks good.
It looks good. It seems to have a weak point though, because it only has cannons on one side, right?
It does.
You just attack it from the other side and.
And you won because it's not a turret. But it's a prison transport, so obviously it's flanked by some of the other scary vehicles we're seeing this week.
It's a good one.
It is.
It's,
especially the engines.
original.
I mean, we saw these just as we released the pipes, sort of modifications to the oft neglected raw engine. Made it even cooler. Those jets. Next up, is this dehydrogen? No. Did I miss one? What's this one? Wrong order. Sorry, brain fart. This one.
We should include solar-powered engines in the next update.
Solar-powered engines. It's all, yeah. I mean.
Then what are you gonna do at night time when you run out of engine?
Maybe if you imagine that bionic stuff is solar-powered.
We experimented with like a fuel-based system like early on, right? And it was not very much fun. People seem to think it would be, but in our experience at least, it wasn't fun.
We'll see. We still experiment with stuff internally. One day you might see something new pop up. Do you remember Dehydrogen? Dehydrogen is one of the people. He's a racer kind of guy, right? Yeah. He made an entry this week. The meat grinder, as you can see, it's almost like a Carmageddon kind of vehicle. Look at that. I don't think chicken cares about this, do you think? Let's see. I think he's gonna die no matter what, right?
Get it.
That's me.
But it looked good, right?
I wonder what the rolling birds would say to this. They would just kill it. Pretty cool. Needs more.
People want electric engines as well. They just want all the engine types.
Just if you turn the sound off and just use the regular engines, they're kind of electric. That's the pro tip. Yeah, I get that. I'm always in GTA 5. The electric engines sound really good. I enjoy driving around with those. Next one is Illujamu, who made Corruptor from Horizon Zero Dawn. Jimmy, I haven't played that game, but you tell me, you haven't?
No.
But you play all games.
I play most games, but my problem was I was busy playing Breath of the Wild when that game came out, and then I tried to play Horizon Zero Dawn, and it didn't seem that good after playing Breath of the Wild. So,
spoken like a true Nintendo fanboy. Can you guys let me know if you played Horizon Zero Dawn, and does this look like the Corruptor? Is this a good entry? You know, it can.
If only Peter was here. I know Peter played Horizon.
Oh, it can walk too. It walks. It flies. It goodbyes. Spraybound's here. What up? But yeah, I guess Horizon Zero Dawn is it's post-apocalyptic too.
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah. Maybe you could play it when you buy a PS4, so you can play Red Dead.
Yeah, I actually probably would. Can you guess who made this?
This looks like a Eric King.
Correct. How can you have a second style?
Was that intended?
Yeah. It's the apocalypse. Look at him. It's already gone.
So Reaper played Zero Dawn, and he said it looks good. Very close to the real thing.
Maybe I should recalculate this, because I kind of have a feeling that it shouldn't just die instantly. It's already dead. It's a skeleton. A spooky skeleton.
People are saying it sounds.
It's what?
Sounds.
Yeah, from Undertale.
Yeah, okay.
But why is everything dying?
Because it's the post-apocalyptic world, right?
But the skeleton, look at him. He dies instantly. Poor Sans.
Poor guy.
It's just, come on now.
You tried recalculating, right?
Yeah. They're supposed to be.
Connected, apparently.
They're supposed to be.
Camille. They're saying it's not connected.
Look at all these Trailmakers pros in here. What's not connected?
Is it detaching, like, as soon as you put it down? No.
This is supposed to be a flower. And this is supposed to be the skeletal. But unfortunately, the pistons seem to be bugging it out. That's what happens when you use the piston glitch.
Is it the piston glitch though?
Isn't it?
Is it though?
Isn't it?
I'm not sure it is. I don't think that
This
actually going
is triggering something, right? This is probably triggering, yeah.
So what happens if we take that away and maybe move the pistons manually?
That sounds dangerous.
Can't be more dangerous.
Poor skeletal. Poor flower. I mean, I feel like I recalculated even and it still didn't work. And we're playing in a live version and not some weird version, but still obviously something.
It triggers everything.
Is Error King, does he have any, the flower should grow, see? I don't know, Jamie. It seems weird. It just kind of dies. The flower is growing, sort of. Look at all this. This is just a graveyard now.
He-Man came by and kicked Skeletor's ass.
Sorry about that, Error King. Someone should really look at what happens to blueprints.
Well, Tom, we've leaked lots of things so far. You just need to read between the lines when Neil says things.
Don't give them any ideas. This is Gopnik's beaver tail. You got the little...
This
is the beaver tail, right? And it does this. And it does... and it does... more. It does a horn on lights, maybe. Yeah. Space for flamethrower, as you can see, because it has a little tank and stuff. But yeah, and it even has a light on it, so it looks even. If Gopnik was here, he'd say you should probably put it on at night time so you can really see the flamethrower. So I guess I'll do that. See?
It looks cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a pretty good intro. It's almost too colorful. Just compared to the post-apocalyptic stuff we've seen so far. The yellows and the reds and the greens. It's almost Ghostbuster-ish or Jurassic Park kind of truck colors.
It's nice with a little bit of color.
It is nice with a bit of color. Now the game is too dark. People on the stream are like, I can't see anything. I can only see those two beautiful faces.
We got the bug report, Alva. It's just a case of when fixing it fits into our plans.
And because only Peter can fix it?
Yeah. It's a hashtag blame Peter thing.
He's in charge of the logic blocks.
Possibly in the next update.
Luckily, he's also on Discord, so people can bug him about it. Hightower made this one. When you are not in a Dieselpunk, universe, you are in a no more Diesel universe, right? And in Hightower's here, as you can see, there's no more Diesel left. Okay, right? There's no engines on it. There's only 4 of these.
Is this the UFO engine?
So when you do this, it drives because there's no more Diesel. So there's only hover blocks. And yeah, so it's a UFO engine powered car. It goes forward when you do this. And lights. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And of course, if the skull is one indicator of the post-apocalypse, the other one is you gotta have those spiked wheel caps. Chad, if you ever find yourself in the post-apocalypse and you need to set up shop somehow,
it can fly.
I'll try that.
If you press this.
I do recommend start making spiked wheel caps. There's gonna be very high demand for this. Everyone's gonna want them on their vehicles. Make these. What?
Is that a leak?
What?
confused.
I said if they find themselves in the post-apocalypse, they should start making spiked wheel
You were
caps.
talking about the real world.
Yeah.
You were talking about the Trailmakers world. I was
No.
like, what?
Come on.
Are they gonna punch your tires in an update or something?
You're Mr. Leak. Okay, so it can fly. How though? Right now it can't even go
If you
forward.
hold space and then press S, apparently it should fly.
Right now it stopped working because that's the kind of game we've made, where things stop working without explanation, as you can see right now. Until I press E. Okay, yeah. Hey guys, why did you kill the hover and the UFO engine? The game was way more fun when you could fly with the UFO engine.
Disqualified. It's too futuristic, apparently.
Okay, so you're saying the post-apocalypse is not in the future? Or are you saying the futuristic happens after the post-apocalypse? You know, someone saves society and then from that it becomes futuristic. So you're saying it's post-apocalyptic. Come on. When Jamie saw the list of blueprints submitted this week, he said he hadn't even seen them in game yet. He said, "This is my favorite just from judging the folder of blueprints." He could tell that this one had some attention to detail.
It's insane.
Right? I think is Ole watching this? Yeah, you wanted this, right? This is what you wanted?
Yes. That's awesome.
See, you can actually make something that looks
That should be the winner.
insanely post-apocalyptic just from the Trailmakers blocks. And I'm sure it does stuff too. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a turret guy in here. Right? Who can only okay.
Oh wow.
That's really good.
Chad is impressed.
Chat should be impressed. And then the guy in here can of course drive around. So it's a sort of a bring your friend with the turret. It's even a little bit wobbly. I actually like that.
Let's get in, man.
Yeah. Before them. Yeah, it's very the doors here. Got this one.
It's another one.
Thanks for using simple controls, so you and I haven't never tried it before, and it all makes sense immediately. I mean, chat. That's pretty good. We know it's a Hugo original, and he's good at building stuff. A lot of you are. I mean, this took a while.
I agree, so Reaper. This should be the new expedition style vehicle.
Welcome to Trailmakers. Get in this truck. It's almost at the complexity limit though, so make sure you have a 1080 and 8 core. I don't know. Yeah. Wow. Very cool.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Big fan of that one.
Big fan. Next up, we got Insanity Compromise. He made something called the Castro Mammoth. Insanity Compromise
Also,
is very much into this kind of thing.
Worth mentioning, that was a Hugo entry that wasn't Chinese themed.
Are you sure?
Well,
There wasn't just
I
a
could be mistaken.
little bit of Chinese in there.
This is why he corrects me, and it's like, well, actually, that's
Actually, the
Chinese.
Chinese post-apocalypse. An old Castro Varadero cut in half and widened it to fit an old tank. I don't know what a Castro Varadero is.
I understood some of those words. Like
Yeah, I didn't.
truck.
I know what a truck is.
It's got a skull on it though, so.
So there we go, and spiked wheel and a gun, a big one that uses the little straight suspensions to sort of get a little bit of recoil. Everyone loves that. About 3 times more controls than I can handle historically. So let's see. X does this. That's an important function. Shift. I don't know about that. Death bind. L for lights. I'm glad that everyone just agrees that if you bind an L for something, it's got to be the lights. Okay, so here we go. This is why it's an Insanity Compromise thing, because it has the main function of it is to have a very, very big turret. Maybe I should just put this in dethrone and just sort of snipe people. Just set it so
Could work,
it hits exactly the crown spot, and then. I actually like this one. It's also post-apocalyptic, very much from the front, skulls, the wheel caps. You gotta have that tank in the back for all your extra fuel.
It's got the camo paint scheme as well.
Mm-hmm. I like this one too. Yeah. Pretty cool. I'm sure one of the binds that I said was dead is probably the horn. We don't play with sound.
Make is here.
What's up, Make?
You missed a lot, Make. You missed like 30 minutes of leaks.
I believe last week's winner was Jadner, and this is his entry this week. He said that he wanted to make something that was Swedish and post-apocalyptic. So this is Swedish post-apocalypse. I would argue that Sweden is already post-apocalyptic wasteland. Am I right, fellow Danes? Thank you. It's a sort of a Viking ship with a Swedish flag as its sail. Skulls, because I think he actually just took every single skull block and used it once, which is fine. And then it does canvas.
How can I make this post-apocalyptic? Put skulls on it.
Put skulls on it. I mean, just build any car and then put skulls on it. There you go. Post-apocalypse. Next week is going to be the skull theme, and you are all going to be like, oh man, I should have saved mine for the skull theme.
I think you offended a Swedish squid.
Oh good. I'm glad. I'm just saying, if you... With Swedish alcohol policy, it is sort of like a post-apocalyptic wasteland, right? So that's the reason they come to Denmark to get drunk. Now, enough with the Sweden bashing. Or is it? No, it is.
Is it ever enough?
Does it water? I don't really think so. I think it looks like a boat, but I'm not seeing any pontoons. I don't think 3 wheels is enough to lift it up.
it has ruders at the back, but yeah, it doesn't look like it will actually.
No, and it doesn't have any underwater engine.
Just drive into the water and see, right?
Nah.
No.
I think I can safely say that this will not go on water. Look forward to seeing Jadner's Discord post where he writes one A4 page of criticism about how he built it for water and the devs hate him. Next up we got Just a Psychopath. He made a Marauder. I think I saw someone post on Discord was like, why is every post-apocalyptic entry called the same? They're all called like the Behemoth or the Marauder, the Fuelmonger, the Meat. It's all the same name, isn't it?
No, we haven't tried your entry yet. We'll get into it.
No, we're skipping it.
We'll get into it, mate.
Okay, we'll get into it.
Are we skipping it? Ah, yeah, we can skip. Since you're here, we'll skip it.
Since you're here, this is, as I said, the Marauder. There's a
lot of good entries we could use when we're testing Dethrone.
There really is.
Wow.
There you go, Cat. Can it explode itself?
It's raining parts.
It sure can. All you gotta do is get in the right seat,
press space,
aim down, right in the driver's seat like this, and press space. Or ideally, don't, and then sort of next time on D3. What? Huh?
Straybound says you're becoming more savage.
I will.
You're building up to become a racist.
I'll
streamer.
never become a racist streamer until I make it big. You know, as soon as I get that affiliate, I'm gonna be full on PewDiePie. Next up, we got Karate Cat, who made a behemoth. Yeah, that's what he calls it. It's called the Behemoth. We've got so far the Destroyer, Behemoth, Meat Grinder, the Corruptor, the Destructor, the Castro Mammoth, the Marauder, the Behemoth, the Fuelmonger. Ah, come on, guys. Why no one called theirs the Dandelion?
Well, that's some things you look like ninja. You just need to curl your hair.
I gotta get that blue. But I heard that you can't color your hair until you get 1 million subs. That's sort of when you transition into becoming a YouTuber. I think you just wake up one morning and you're and sort of like
today's the day.
A hair color is decided for you, sort of like how a Pokemon evolves. Now this is a cannon. Maybe this is the one that I'm bringing to dethrone. Okay.
Also, it fires the crates as well.
It fires itself. Good. Points. You have to turn the turret and hold P to get out. Makes sense. I'm just gonna hold my P because I'm streaming. Get it, guys?
Hold that.
Q. Oh, because this here. This is where he gets out. T to destroy the turret. Wow. This will do wonders in dethrone. Q.
Also, if people haven't played Dethroned using the dispenser crates as a weapon,
you really
should do that.
It's a whole new world.
It's way better than cannons, right?
Yeah, and then do it in the next update, because then it will also not murder the game. I mean, it will murder the game. Wait, okay. I was Karate Cat. Cool. We got the spiked wheel caps. Check. We got this thing is also, I guess, in another skull. Yeah. It's post-apocalyptic, all right.
It's
brown,
really
because no colors in the post-apocalypse. Cat made this one, and not Karate Cat, just regular cat.
This is really called
Captain Cat. Seat controls the turret only. Oh. Yeah. So that was. I guess that was a seat for driving around in it too. Spiked wheel caps down on wheels. So, Kat, you want to introduce this to chat? The Fuelmonger has a fuel tank. No one uses the big buoyancy kind of things for anything other than actual fuel tanks, which is fine.
I'm not seeing the post-apocalypticness here.
Guys, is it just me, or where are the skulls? Where are the spiked wheel caps?
There's no spikes, no skulls.
No spikes. It's all one color. Nothing is one color in the post-apocalypse. Looks good though.
It does look good. I like the exhaust, the custom-made exhaust with the pipes.
Yeah.
It's good.
Also, it's not an actual turret. It's a piece of pipe, so it's mostly to scare your enemies.
Apparently we should check the underside.
Check the underside.
Probably need to go in build mode, right?
Okay. That's cool. So they go all the way up in these, right?
Sadly, this
and
is
they go from the engine.
The post-apocalyptic challenge, not the pipe challenge.
The pipe challenge is next week. No, it's not.
It's not.
Damn. I mean, it's already. There's so many entries still. If you feel like we totally didn't show off your vehicle, probably, then maybe
David on Facebook wishes it was for PS4.
Oh, don't we all? I just want a PS4.
You just want a PS4 so you can play Red Dead.
So I can play Red Dead Redemption. Come on.
This stream sponsored by Sony. Please send Emil a PS4.
Yes, I also want to play the Spider-Man game. Sony, please. Okay, so Latsum submitted this as sort of last minute thing. What is he saying? When you see my intro, do not start about it not looking aesthetically post-apocalyptic. You're already apologizing. Great start. It's an AI truck. What the YTF when an AI welds spikes and ugly stuff onto its cars? Also used it in front of the ramp spawn. It needs flat earth. Hey, the earth is always flat, Larsson.
This is just that's too many demands.
It's a lot of demands. It's I mean, already too many. So
we gotta not base it on the looks. We gotta spawn it in a specific spot.
Sure.
I do like the car though. The car looks cool.
The car looks very cool. This is Mad Max-ish car, right? So the idea is that these detach, and then you are being chased by this truck behind you.
Okay.
And as you can see, it doesn't have windows because it's an AI. It doesn't need windows. So I'm gonna get in, and then I'm gonna press W, and here's where the fun begins. Where my FPS is about 5 right now. But I am being chased. It's sort of a mini game where you have to get the AI to drive out, like off a cliff or something. And it can only so you sort of hurt it. You get it, Jamie? You get the hurting.
I get it. I like the idea. I think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah. A little bit scary. It's sort of a. I have no friends to chase me, so I'll build an AI that can chase me.
It's kind of post-apocalyptic, right? If you think like the AI taking over and trying to run you off the road in big trucks,
exactly.
that's kind of scary. Like I wouldn't want to live in that world.
Come on now, little truck. It got me, sort of. I wish there was a little bit higher.
I wonder what would happen if you put this down in like the throne.
That's like a FPS. Okay, so it's not actually FPS. If the one, yeah.
If you put it in the throne, if you know when there's like multiple people driving around,
right?
How it would
I think
handle that.
I think it won.
I mean, yeah.
I can just do this.
Oh,
now.
does it go after you?
Yeah. Because I'm a. Come on, forward.
Is this a movie?
Is it sort of? I like the idea. It's
a very good idea.
Yeah. I'm pressing backspace, but this construction is so big that it's taking a while.
Has he entered another entry which kills the game?
It sees because it sees the car and not me right now. And GG broken. Exactly right. I guess we're disqualified. No. I guess we're exiting and then entering again.
Thanks, Sam.
Someone should fix those detachable bugs. Right?
Yeah, Peter's gonna fix it.
Peter's gonna fix it? Okay, cool. Yeah, that seems like something that'll happen.
Peter's gonna fix everything.
Okay, next up. Rushing onwards to this one. This is a post-apocalyptic shelter made by Make. Fallout, right?
Fallout number 4.
You run up to it, and it does that.
Oh, I like it.
And then you go in, and it's like it's got everything you need. It's got
eyes.
It's got
on the wall.
It's got all the skulls, even the golden scarab to show off.
That's showing off.
Show off. It's got extra parts for your vehicles, a little sound system. Food and a table, a couple of beer cans for kicking back, and of course the door locks behind you. It's got your rainbow flag because even though it's the post-apocalypse, you can still be woke. And a bed with a scary face above it, just so you have nightmares.
The scary face is the only thing that seems a little out of place to me.
Peter's not here.
I like it.
Does it? Did I forget any of the things that it can do? This place. I mean, this is seems like a sensor.
If you look above the thing here, like this whole pipe setup is pretty cool.
True.
I like that. It's good.
And I saw him use it even with a car. I think.
Yeah, he used it as a garage, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it has to be kind of slim vehicle. And why would you drive into your living room? But still, pretty cool. Boom. That was Make.
I have a list of people to send some scarabs to, and you're on that list a lot, Sam. Maybe I'll do it after the stream. Maybe. Who knows?
Slacker. Mr. Ketchup made this one.
You're also on the list to get a scarab Swizzer, so check your DMs after the stream.
Mr. Ketchup made this one.
Mr. Ketchup. I'm more of a HP man myself.
Of course
You know HP sauce.
I know.
Brown sauce.
Mustard. Probably mustard guy.
Oh, I love mustard. Not that sweet stuff though. Not sweet.
Well, I'm a ketchup guy, and so is this guy. He's so much of a ketchup guy that his name is Mr. Ketchup. And he made a buggy, and it's green and brown, and has a shark fin on top of it. It has jets, and it has cannons, and even has lights. So it's scary and big.
I think you're on the list as well, Insanity. You just spotted Piston Glitch.
Kill chicken. Die. Got it.
Too bad. Sorry, rated down from mature.
Mate, I am a monster. I regret it already. That was Mr. Ketchup's.
I like that. I feel like we skipped over that quite fast. That was a good entry.
Jamie.
It was a new name as well, right?
Yeah. It was a good entry. I like that over the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, you weren't here.
I wasn't here, which means a travesty happened. And
You
that is that
didn't
Yoshi
get-
and Kirby did not win the challenge. Which
More
would not have happened if I was
importantly,
here.
Paprika made something last week that could very,
I
very
saw it.
well have won
I
if
saw
he
it.
hadn't
The
won the
the
week
cage.
before. The cage,
So good.
right?
So good.
Did the cage, did the... Right? We were all laughing at the office. Everyone had a good time. Beautiful stream without you. So this week, he submitted this thing. He said...
I saw it. I saw the backstory.
He
It's
said,
a really
this guy,
in-depth
he
backstory.
broke out of his cage. And he was so distraught that Lasse and I said that he was a bird, that he was like, I'm not a bird, but you know what? I'll fly. If that's what they want. I can sort of... I haven't really
This guy
tried
actually,
this
he
yet.
reminds me of a character from
Okay, Ellis Lights.
from Star Wars Episode 1.
Okay. Control. Oh. So he built himself. I don't know how to fix this. I think I need to do this.
He says you should read the controls.
I shouldn't I?
RTFM.
Okay.
RTFM.
Alright, what?
RTFM.
What's that?
Read the manual.
Read the...
You can
Read
imagine
the...
what... Read the fucking manual.
Read the freaking manual?
Yeah.
Can you post the controls here, because I am...
Me?
But,
Can I post them?
No, Jamie. Paprika.
Jerry, yes, the game is coming out on Xbox. We're
Shift control,
still
I got
working,
that. See, I
working
got that
really hard
here.
on getting it ready for Xbox.
Oh, poor guy. Okay. I think I'm getting, but there's a little bit of a balance thing. Shift control, blade angle. I got that.
Also, if it tilts, you should recalculate.
That's
if
why.
you haven't done that already.
I haven't done that already. So that's why, because I... Now, Jimmy, you also got to be happy about seeing these boat paddles be put to good use. Not building boats, but building a plane. Did you see that he actually... Not only did he break out of his cage...
He took his food with
he
him.
took his food with him and made a little basket for it.
So
he
I'm
made
gonna take this. I'm gonna need this.
He made
in
this beautiful plane.
post-apocalyptic world.
And you know, Jamie, if you're like, this is not post-apocalyptic, excuse me, but there's a skull right there. So you take those words back. Thank you.
When for Xbox?
What?
Somebody's asking when for
When? Coming
Soon.
soon-ish. We're still working on it. It's really hard.
It is really hard.
It's really hard to make it for Xbox. But it is coming and we work on it every day. Did you just laugh? JV, are you seeing his hair in the wind?
Okay, that's cool. I like the mirrors.
You see? Look at that. Look at that. He's like, yeah, that's right. I got out of my cage. I built myself a flying vehicle with skulls because it's the post-apocalypse challenge.
I get the feeling we need to tweak these paddles. Right?
No, they're good. This is all fine. This is exactly...
Oh, what a guy.
I mean, Paprika, yeah, this is very, very good.
I was
it might not be
big fan of the
the
backstory that was posted alongside it.
It might not be the purest of post-apocalypse things, but then again, we're just making stuff up here, right? I really, really like this. And I hope you'll keep
the story
keep the story going.
Whatever this guy is called going. Does he have a name?
The
Odd Dude. Is that
the
his
odd
name?
dude,
The Odd Dude,
right? And because he has a recognizable face / beak, and he's not a bird. Sorry. Let's see if I can.
Bing J, he looked up Mad Max, and apparently that is in the Dieselpunk universe. Which makes sense.
Is this guy in Mad Max? Is this Furiosa? Okay. I'm gonna land this guy and smooth.
Another perfect landing.
Another happy landing.
I liked it. It was a great entry.
Well done, Paprika. Next up, I've been playing a little bit with this week because it's a pigeon. Pigeon made a bus. A bus?
A bus with a cannon on it.
Like a tweaked bus is also very post-apocalyptic, right? You find yourself a school bus and you're like, nah. I got to put some bars on the windows, a cannon on top of it, a skull, so people don't think it's a bunch of kids driving around. And you know,
it works.
It's cool. It drives around. Well, it does. The turret works, as you can see.
Works without issue. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. And you can even aim the cannon down here and execute yourself because you're tired of the apocalypse.
That was dark. Very dark.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point you just get enough, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what am I even doing here in the post-apocalyptic wasteland? I
don't
don't even have a dog pet like the guy in Fallout. There's no fun zombies to murder. It's just sort of bleak. And the internet stopped working half a year ago. There's no new memes.
I can't watch YouTube anymore.
Can't watch YouTube anymore. What's left for me? And then you just sort of off yourself with a giant cannon. I forgot the back jets. Sorry. There's jets in the back. I forgot to thank the bus driver, but I'm the bus driver.
There was a dog inside.
Oh no, dog was inside the whole time. Reminds me. What's the Will Smith apocalypse movie called?
Oh, I know the one you're talking about, but I can't think of the name.
With the dog. It's gotta be a dog in the apocalypse. Imagine an apocalypse without dogs. It's just like, why even?
That's the problem with those films. Like, as soon as a dog appears...
I am legend. Thank you, Swiss.
You know the dog is kind of... Spoilers, he's going to die.
Yes, right? It is. Because it's just what dogs do in apocalypse movies. This one is a simple one made by Sram. If you want to see the real work Sram did this week, check out the announcement channel on our Discord with the top-notch Trailmakers crossover meme. But this is his entry for the week. You can tell it's post-apocalyptic because the wheels are spiked. Why else would you put spikes on the wheels if it's not because it's actually fun to drive? If you just need something, to drive around and have fun on a multiplayer server, get this thing.
Good suspension as well, though.
Yeah. Geli Springs is what he calls it, so it makes sense that it has good suspension.
Hi, Michael, on Facebook.
If you're sort of into good suspensions, like just watching them work, then this is the one for you. Front, we got the straight front suspensions, and the ones on the sides. Pretty cool. I like it.
Does expedition mode count as apocalypse?
I mean, sure.
Kind of, right? I mean, it's a deserted world.
Sebastian made this one. He called it something. I've called it try harder.
Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of mean, but I think is Sebastian here? Have you seen Sebastian?
He was here at the start.
He was here at the start. I think he said something about maybe
like the jets.
Me
Yeah,
too.
so-
There's something about it being sort of tilted that is pleasing because everything is always such in a grid on most vehicles. The fact that these wheels are sort of tilted and the jets are sort of tilted. Kind of pleasing,
Why
isn't
do
it?
you call it Try Harder? I really like this one.
I think it's a contender. I don't remember, but he said something about. Oh yeah, it's because he named it something dumb. What did you name it, Sebastian? I can't remember. You named it something. I was like, give it a name. Come on, shut the horn off.
It is
All
a
right.
horn.
I just pressed 1. Sorry. We should probably start playing with loud speakers so everyone gets an echo. Horn. What would we do without the chat telling us that we're doing stuff wrong? Okay.
I liked it. Good entry. It's like a mini Tumblr almost. Like the front of it.
Should we just shut off the game sound and then the only thing you can hear is sort of
Nobody plays with sound anyway.
Timothy's beautiful voice?
Right?
And,
Nobody plays with sound anyway.
Probably not. Jamie, this one is made by Shamu. Yes, that Shamu from SeaWorld. It's
Free the whales.
half go-kart, half tractor. Go-kart in the front, tractor in the back. Because in the apocalypse, you might only have half a vehicle. And then if you find another half vehicle, what are you going to do? You're going to just...
What?
You're going to leave? No, you're going to stitch them together.
Mate, we spent like 5 minutes on your shelter. We went inside.
Yeah.
We went
People,
into free cam
some-
mode
some-
and looked around the
Are
interior.
you aware that we have an hour to show off 34 vehicles? I mean, I think we spent...
I don't know how it was under. I said it was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Come on, guys. You can't be upset about us not showing it off for the whole stream, even though we spend a lot of time on it. We don't have that much time. And also, Straybound is here, so he's probably gonna stream afterwards. So if you feel left
maybe.
out, why not, join his multiplayer server, convince him to check it out? The more players we get, and that's a good thing, right? The more interest we get, and the less time we have to show off each of them. And this one is, half and half, including skulls. See how it's stitched together in the middle? Go-kart, tractor.
For my
Makes
taste,
sense.
it's a little too
It is-
basic.
it's
but it's a
basic.
post-apocalyptic world. Maybe there wasn't many parts of it.
There was an attempt and an idea. Have you seen the trailer for the movie
Oh, Mortal Engines.
called
Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engine? Maybe.
It looks good.
Mortal Engine or Mortal
Engines, I think. Engines.
Engines?
I think it is.
It's actually based on a book, is what Soul Reaver told me in the submission entry for this.
The trailer's super cool.
This trailer is cool. Mortal Engine is all about something about cities now are giant vehicles, I guess. So
It's basically Trailmakers, right?
basically
Trailmakers backstory.
And here is one of those. As you can see, church, because even though it's your city is now kind of, on a giant hangar ship
The city
that's
was
driving.
Really cool.
Yeah, it is.
The way he's made it with all the parts.
What's that in front of the church? Is that a well or something? And then
Yeah, it's the mirror with a thruster underneath, right?
he's got a district here with the factories, some, I don't know, grain silos.
Dunno.
People are living well
I like
in
it.
this giant
it's
vehicle.
cool.
Nice little
It's really
town.
cool.
Yeah. We have a soft spot for those little miniature stuff. I remember first time I think was in the theme park challenge where we also had the mini theme parks. It's nice. I like it. Good stuff. Has Meg apologized for telling us that
No,
we
no.
spent too little time on it? No.
He's not apologized yet, so
Okay. So. Okay.
he's not in the running.
Well, it's not like I'm waiting for an apology.
What is this?
It's the MySpace logo. Someone had to go and make a
Wow.
meme out of this challenge, didn't ya? This was made by Surreal. He submitted a MySpace logo because in the post-apocalypse, all we have is
Miniature town, Maverick.
MySpace.
Okay, let's take this away. We don't need to spend
We
too
don't
much
need-
time on a meme entry.
Come on. Swedish squid made a dreadnought. Yes, it's called dreadnought.
Another
Not
dreadnought.
a very post-apocalyptic name. Did we have a dreadnought yet?
Does it have schools though?
And another question: is it the Swedish post-apocalypse or just the regular post-apocalypse?
No, this is just the kind of car you need if you're going to go into the no-go zones in Sweden. This is
This is the
basically kind of-
Malmö mobile.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is what you need to
Right,
to get around.
right. This is just a regular car in the outskirts of Malmö. It can drive like so, and it can shoot. If you are in the turret seat, which I'm not.
Another one for the throne,
Boom.
maybe.
Boom, boom. Mm-hmm. How many people is this for? Yeah, a little jittery.
Recalculate it, maybe? No?
It's fine. This one is not a real turret, I think.
No, that's a fake one.
Oh wait, yeah, it's a fake turret. There's things going on in here.
That's where all the action is. All the action.
Little jittery.
Oh, it'll be too big for
Okay.
the hammer.
Yeah, probably. Look at that.
At least the current.
Look at that. Look at that. Does this thing fire in here?
Maybe the in the seat?
In what seat?
A seat.
There.
somewhere.
I found another seat. I think there's at least 4 seats here.
Can it shoot itself then?
Of course it can. Approved. You can commit Sudoku.
Still drivable, I think. Okay.
You
now
think
it's
this
not.
is?
No, not now because it's detached.
Oh.
But,
But you're thinking this is still good to go.
that's still good to go.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Do you see how the camera is kind of weird
Yeah.
once you murder half of it?
It's a known bug.
That's our excuse for something now. Well, yeah, it's a bug, but it's a known bug, so it's not a problem. Next up, we're going to the sea, because one of the few post-apocalyptic movies that actually gives an F about the ocean
Waterworld,
is
right?
Waterworld. It's truly a classic.
It's probably based on a true
It
story.
didn't make a big splash,
No.
but it's a classic nonetheless. It's made by Swisser. This boat is. And let's check it out. Have you seen Waterworld in recent
Not
years?
recently. I saw it a long time ago
Yeah.
when a few years after it came out. I saw it.
I'm not sure it holds up.
I can't imagine it with
No,
the beige.
I don't think so. But look at it. It's actually.
When you says recalculate to be sure. I mean,
if you,
probably going to go a little bit faster if you recalculate maybe.
as you wish. Good sir.
Harpoon gun when?
Hard.
Can't confirm or deny the existence of a harpoon gun.
No. It is.
I mean, the whales are a protected species, so we don't want people hunting the whales.
That does nothing. Do I control? Okay, this is for the turret, so you can. Yes.
Oh, you can shoot
You
yourself.
can shoot yourself. Well, that should have been like the secret goal. That you actually always have to be able to shoot yourself.
It's just another post-apocalyptic trope,
I'm just
right?
mean if the zombies overwhelm you, what do you want to be? Another
Be a zombie.
zombie, or just off yourself right there? So Jamie, when's the winds and sails update coming? Where we
well, I mean, we said
make realistic
we
wind
said
physics.
we were gonna do 3 water updates, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've done 2 so far.
Right.
So
Mhm. So another one's coming. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Jamie. Get working on it. Yeah, this was Swiss.
I mean, we already have wind in Expedition, right? We just copy paste the code from Expedition, put it into Sandbox.
Easy.
Done.
Game development is super easy, guys. The Kilogram made this. If you
Kilogram. Is that
kilogram.
like you order someone to be killed and then he comes and kills them like a
No,
hitman?
Jamie, it's like the Instagram but for zombies. A lot of entries this week are trucks. And this this too. We should really get some smoked stuff that's not rainbow colored, because the rainbow does not exist in the post-apocalypse, guys. There's too many colors in there.
Man?
Nothing, but it's the post-apocalypse, so the rainbow is gray.
Yes.
Is this the horn, guys? Guys, I don't have sound. It's Edge the horn? Can you... Is this the horn? Is this horn, guys? Is it...
Is there going to be storms in the water? I mean, possibly.
Sure.
It's...
That sounds easy to
we
make.
know it's a weak excuse, but like doing stuff like that in the water, like adding currents and stuff like that, is really difficult and demanding, like performance-wise.
If you know a game,
we hope we can do it.
if you know a good game that does it really well,
Yeah.
it'd be good to have like a
Yeah.
reference
Let
for
us
what.
know so we can steal that code.
Yeah, or just like sort of have a reference of what people like to have when it comes to currents and wind in games. That'd be nice. This one, Jamie, is made by someone called Uber Handsome Man. So I guess that's...
Is that my entry?
You sure? Did you fake Nick? This... All right, Jamie. If you want to submit something, you can do it on your own name. But Uber Handsome Man made this. It's in the category of sort of Mad Max protagonist vehicle. This is probably what I'd take into deeper.
Does BeamNG have water?
Does BeamNG have water? Is it? BeamNG?
Insanity says BeamNG.
Hmm? That'd be good to check out. The turrets can turn.
There's not really wind in Sandbox. We have the turbines, but there's no like actual wind out in the world. The same way there is in Expedition, where there's areas that have wind.
You know what's happening, guys. It's the end for me.
Armored seat though, so you're safe.
No. That's too bad. Never use armored seats in the apocalypse. The final entry for the day, which is good because it's already 10 minutes past bedtime for Jamie, is made by Zuma.
Okay. Reft apparently has currents. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh.
But Reft apparently has currents.
I thought that was a bit more bare bones than that.
Yeah, maybe it was when it first came out, but
But
access, right? Same as us. So.
It would make sense if you make a game called Raft that you'd have a little bit
You would
more
hope,
when
you
it
would
comes
hope,
to
right?
water
Yeah.
physics. Have you been following the development of Suma's last tank stop, which he calls this sort of this little outpost? So I can't get in because I'm not welcome here. This is not for me, this place. So I guess I'll just jump in here. But it does open from the inside. Obviously not from the outside because it's the apocalypse, guys. Gotta take care of yourself.
Sea of Thieves is another game that has good wind.
True.
But Sea of Thieves also had like hundreds of people working on it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And here it's just gonna be Jamie. Just Jamie coding, and he's not good at it. This one is a flamethrower on top of the gate, so if you get near, he'll just scorch you. And Edge. What else do we have?
It's something we definitely want to do. I can say that much. We don't want it to hurt performance too much.
He is extracting oil, but he is also environmental, conscious about that. So he's also he has a windmill too.
I like the windmill. That's really cool.
Yeah, because you gotta have both, Jamie. You can't rely too much on oil.
No.
Maybe it's the post-apocalypse because of an oil shortage, right? And it's like, well, gotta set up a windmill then. Not sure what this thing is supposed to be, but
people are saying sirens in the chat.
Sirens? I've probably turned on sirens. And then there's a car in here. Do you see this? You can work on it.
I like that.
Yeah. Sort of just lowering it. And I don't think
we played with a little bit of audio, but then people complained, so we turned it down.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can do wind in Unreal Engine 4 with 0 performance hit, we can't take you on the team because the game isn't Unreal.
Oh, too bad. Can't you just port it to Unreal? Andreas, can you just port the game to Unreal? Easy? What about Game Maker? This is another good entry. I mean, every week there's sort of like some people who submit vehicles and
there's like a lot of sirens going off right now.
Nice. Are they a little bit low now? We can watch it from afar, and then we can do this. Let's do the Mad Max thing. This is not Mad Max Fury Road. This is obviously the first one. I wasn't supposed to be in there. Okay.
Are you gonna simulate attacking the base?
Yeah. How far am I? Far?
Not that far. Now you're far. You have to grab a little bit closer.
No, because then it'll fire on you. Maybe. Probably not. Got it. Okay, it's time to go. Yeah, I made it. I made it. We're all good in here, and the game definitely did not crash. This is just exactly.
Look at that wheel! Wow.
But look at that. Look, it's like a movie still frame. Kill the noise.
Wow, makers.
Wow, you guys. There you go. That's only beautiful. Jamie and Emil. Okay, so
that was intended. We.
I clicked the connection error toggle.
Yeah. Meg is complaining because he had sirens, but we didn't hear it apparently because we weren't in the seat.
Wow, okay.
But we appreciate that you had sirens.
Yeah.
Should we go back in and take our best entries out?
Oh yeah, we should. But first off, let me hear you chat. What were your favorite entries this week?
Hightower kick players it's on the list of features to implement. I don't think that's too much of a leak to say that. I'm pretty sure it's maybe even on the Trello as in development.
Nice.
I think.
Okay. Guys, what were your favorite entries this week? Let me go through which were mine before Jamie starts blabbering again.
Just answering the chat.
As you should. I'm sorry, Jamie. Now, Hugo's A Giant Beautiful Truck is one of my favorites this week.
Same.
Okay, Jamie.
I'm just saying.
Whatever. I also liked... I have a soft spot for this one. That's just... we just saw so many trucks, and I'm like, why not bus? And here it is.
Bus is basically a truck, though, right?
Yeah, but this actually looks like someone took a school bus and then modified it, like proper.
Like you see in every
post-apocalyptic zombie movie. Where I'm like, when you see this, it's like, oh yeah, the green shark buggy from it. No, from nothing. Even though it's still a good entry, but let's just go. I'm just gonna be a little bit of a purist here. So yeah, I think those, and then, what do you think of this one?
The bus has details inside, apparently, by the way.
Details inside of it?
Apparently. Pigeon says there's details inside the bus, which we
do you want to check
definitely
it out?
missed. We missed those details.
Check it out real quick. Oh no, then I set up precedent that we're gonna double check some entries. Have you monitored chat? What do they think? Are they all writing
a lot of them
Hugo,
say Hugo, and that also he should have a win limit.
He should have a win limit. This is one of the things that is extra on this.
Cat likes the small buggy. Wow. That was
enjoying this, chat? Enjoying the fireworks? Oh yeah. Yeah. Very good. Andreas, which one were your favorite this week?
Thank you. But
yeah.
if it's won that many times. The bus
He
is
has
pretty-
won a lot.
I mean, the bus is pretty rad.
Yeah. But the bus is from Pigeon, and I do believe the Pigeon is also won. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's getting harder and harder to pick someone who hasn't won before, and which is also acceptable.
What about Zumas?
for-
I thought Zumas was really good.
Zumas is good.
Make's Fallout Shelter was really good.
But Make has also won, I think. Right?
Has he? No, I don't
Make,
think
have
he
you
has.
had?
I'm pretty sure he hasn't.
He hasn't.
That's why he's getting so. I think that's why he's getting a little defensive when we didn't give his entry enough time.
True.
But I also like Gopnik's Beaver Tail. I thought that was a really good one.
True.
The pickup truck kind of thing.
Yeah. It's this thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you is Hugo still here? Because usually when we have a favorite this week, we ask him, and his vote has kind of a. has weight.
Hugo is starting now. We didn't go inside his van.
No, but I mean, it's impressive. We didn't need to. Make says he has not won. Pigeon says he has not won. Or Joker also not won.
Apparently you're totally drunk.
I am.
Off your Red Bull.
I'm sorry. It's just that new yellow Red Bull. It's got me crazy. Okay. So even though Hugo's entry was my favorite this week, let's pick someone who has yet to receive the trophy. So from those,
can we see Make's
you can
Fallout Shelter again?
Pick between Make's Fallout Shelter. You want to check it out in build mode to maybe, or do you want to see the extra? Because we have already seen it from inside, right? But which parts of it did you say we missed?
We missed. Apparently, it has sirens that we missed. You need to be in the seat to hear them.
Let's check it out. I think that's good, but I also think the what's it called? Zumas is very good.
Zumas was really good as well. Both were really good.
There you go. I hope the siren has started. I can't hear anything.
Turn the sound down, right?
Oh yeah. I'll turn the sound off. It's this Red Bull, guys. It's Hugo doesn't care about winning. But, he only cares about us saying that that is really good. That's.
I like the detail on the door. I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. If you win 2 times in a row, you get devil horns. True? Not true.
No, they're talking about like prizes for people who have won more than once.
We don't have those yet.
Not yet, but it's something we're
they're
talking about.
They don't get them retroactively.
No.
Should just make something next week real quick.
And also, Hugo can't win with something that's not Chinese. That just wouldn't fit his persona. Jamie,
I mean, I'm personally. I think I would pick. I'm on Team Make.
Are you on Team Zuma? You are on Team Make. Okay. So be it. Congratulations,
also,
Make.
we can use this in a GIF when Fallout 76 comes out and
of
get a
course.
bit of marketing.
If you make something that I can use for marketing, thus profiting off your hard work, it's an automatic win, at least for me. So congratulations, Make. I have checked Audio's Mad Max truck. It was also very cool. But this week, we are partial to Make's Fallout Shelter. Want to check out the door again? Look at this.
I like it.
Yeah. Can it close? Of course it can.
Guess there eventually.
Now, Jamie. That's this week's weekly challenge. It's already 20 minutes past 3.
Wow.
You know, it's way past your bedtime.
These streams are getting longer and longer. We're just being overworked.
So we're just gonna wrap it up real quick and say. Oh, by the way, next week's challenge is, of course, Halloween challenge.
What?
Yeah. But next week's not Halloween. No, But the week after that is also kind of. It's Wednesday is the Halloween, and then there's like 2 days which is after Halloween. And who wants to have a Halloween stream 2 days after Halloween?
What you're trying to say is you want to have the Halloween gifts in preparation for Halloween.
You see right through me, Jamie.
Thank you.
Halloween theme. Halloween. You got it.
We should probably check the blueprints.
We should
probably
probably
outdated,
check
right?
the blueprints in the press pack. That's good. I'll just jot that down.
And Halloween,
what else?
In terms of limitations, it's pretty open category, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too scary. No clowns, please. Or spiders.
No clowns, no spiders, nothing scary. Just sort of, kids Halloween stuff.
Yeah, family friendly.
Family friendly Halloween.
Luigi, that's a viable
course,
entry. We'll probably win as well if I'm here.
No Slenderman, no Momo. That's a new one that kids are scared of, right?
That's freaky.
No Momo.
That's weird. No
Momo will be automatically disqualified if we are actually scared. It's got to be family friendly, guys. That's more of
Jamie did
grown-up
not a good
vibe
job
here.
of reading the chat. Okay.
Okay. Make is not trying to be salty, but yet he appears to be crisp like a chip, and also seasoned with salt.
But I think we should make it clear that his saltiness is not the reason he won.
No, you don't get extra competition points for being salty.
You won because we liked your entry, not because you complained at us for missing some details.
No, that actually usually works the other way around. And yeah, I guess you did miss the sirens.
Insanity compromise.
Friday ruined. Didn't get to hear the sirens.
You're not allowed to enter a clown. You've entered way too many clowns.
Yeah, no clowns allowed.
Centuries.
No clowns. No clowns.
He's just gonna paste his old ones, right?
If you can make this.
If somebody can make a Bloodborne entry, they will win.
This is very good. That's the scariest we will tolerate. I hope you had a good one. Why don't you...
you didn't show the pumpkin.
Oh yeah, the pumpkin. I should have introduced that we, of course, are having a Halloween. Here's a pumpkin with a top hat on it. Just want to carve a pumpkin and submit that, feel free. Probably won't win, but it'll still be jolly good fun for the whole family. Remember, this is a Christian Trailmaker stream, and we simply won't accept anything scary.
We were not a very Christian stream earlier when we were talking about the post-apocalypse and how you just want to end yourself.
And in myself, I would not last a minute in the post-apocalypse. I am too addicted to the memes.
Yeah. What about the memes?
500 blocks for a pumpkin? What is this? Truly is the post-apocalypse.
Oh, Johnny on Facebook.
Thanks, Johnny.
His favorite Friday stream.
You're my favorite Friday viewer. That's very nice. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good weekend.
Drinking yellow Red Bull is not Christian. That is very true.
That's true. That's true. I think Monster would be worse. Monster energy drink, because if you drink Monster, the devil laughs. See you next week for the Halloween. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.